Hi, I'm Aston, and welcome to this channel, which is historically a very small performing arts channel, but I wear many hats as an artist, and the past couple of years have been doing more visual art than ever, and I would like to share more of my process and my work with you. So thank you so much for clicking on this video, and today we're going to talk about paint. And we are gonna do some swatching. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about and swatching the Turner Acrylic Gouache Japanesque 21 color set. It was on sale for 20% off at Sakaido. The 21 color set is the smallest set, I believe. And gouache paint is very, very expensive here in the States. I think I have a Holbein acrylic gouache set that cost me around $90 American, which is pretty steep, but both Turner and Holbein are Japanese brands. So if you go to Japan, they're a lot more reasonably priced than they are here. I want to say, I need to double check my receipt, but I think you can buy gouache in Japan from those brands for around like a third of the price that you can here in the States. I'm really happy to be able to share these materials with you and my experience of using them. I have never used the Turner Acrylic Gouache Japanesque colors. I have used other acrylic gouache, and I do really like it. These were supposed to be different in texture. The Japanesque range of paint is a little bit different than just a standard acrylic gouache. It has kind of more of a grainy texture, I'm told, and is inspired by traditional Japanese colors and pigments and texture of paint. So I'm really excited to try them out, and maybe I'll do a little bit of painting after we see what they look like on paper. So yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so we have our tubes of paint here. Hello, this is Aston from the future here. Just jumping in to speak a little bit about what I am doing. I am just using the smallest amount from each paint tube onto a paper palette. And the reason I'm using such a small amount from each tube is that acrylic gouache is not water soluble. So once these dry, that's it, really. You can't reuse them or re-wet them. So I'm just trying to use the smallest amount so I don't waste paint. And I'm trying to put them in an order on my paper palette in an order that I'm able to identify which paint is which. And surprisingly, this took a long time, so I sped it up. Okay, almost done. I got this brush at Sakaido as well. This is a Pentel Neo Sable paintbrush, and these were really affordable. Okay. Oh wow. Super opaque already. And I see what they mean, I think, about the texture. So that was J Red, this is J Red. purple. Yeah, it's cool. It's my first impression is kind of velvety. And I'm sure I will form some more thoughts. So this sketchbook is I'll double check. I think it is a Strathmore mixed media sketchbook. And I started using it pretty recently. I'm into it so far. White tone paper is not my favorite, but the paper itself, I really like the weight and the texture. Okay, that was J Pale Pink. Yeah, these are cool. But it does have a different texture for sure to other acrylic gouache. So I'm also a portrait artist and was looking for paint that I can use for skin tones. I did find some Turner acrylic gouache, not the Japanesque colors, and I picked up a couple of those to use in my portrait work. I've been using traditional gouache, which is a medium that I really love, but sometimes I want to rework an area or keep working on it, and I find that I can't do that infinitely with traditional gouache because it gets muddy. So I'm really excited to try the other kind of Turner acrylic gouache and see how I like it. I just picked up a couple of individual tubes. I guess I haven't done like maybe I should do like a washier swatch for each color as well. Okay, this row we had J Deep Beige, J Brown, and J Burnt Umber. So maybe I'll start doing that, and then I'll circle back around to these first ones. Okay. J Light Green. It is very light. It's pretty. So if I add a lot more water, J Light Blue. Yeah, I'm really into these so far and looking forward to making paintings with them. I took a lot of pictures when I was in Japan, and I really would like to paint using those as references. So I'm really excited to try that out. Okay. These clips are really major, by the way. I can't believe how great they are. If you want to read a book, they'll keep your book flat. And they're really great also for keeping your sketchbook flat while you're working. And I'll tell you the name in a moment. But I found these clips all over, and I picked up several plain ones, but also you can find really fun characters like Mofu Sand, and I saw some Sanrio ones at the end of my trip. Okay. I think, yeah, we're moving on to the second page. Let's get some fresh water. Please hold. Okay. Prussian blue. I apologize for emergency vehicle sounds. I live on a very siren-y street, which I didn't realize when I moved to this apartment until after the fact, but I should have done the math up front. There's a major hospital like nearby, and thus the emergency vehicle sounds. I hope everybody's okay. Always have that thought when I hear emergency vehicles. Sorry, I keep running into the camera. I'm enjoying this paintbrush as well. I'm not through swatching yet, but I think that these are very beautiful so far. I like getting paint in sets. If I know that I like a paint, and sometimes, and to figure that out, probably the best thing to do is start small with a tube or so to make sure that you like the medium. I took a risk with these Japanesque paints, but I know that I already love acrylic gouache. So these are the first 12, and now we have 9 metallic colors. So this last row is J Prussian Blue, J Pale Lilac, and J Black Purple. But I like getting paints in a set because you know that the colors have been curated to work together. I don't know a whole lot about color mixing, so for me it's really nice to have paint in a set. And you also know that the colors are going to work well together. This one seems to be not quite as opaque as the others. I wonder if it's all the metallics. Let's see. Try to make it super thick. I don't know yet. Maybe I just didn't put enough paint on the palette. I bet you can really build these up. But I think it's kind of cool that they maybe have a more translucence. It feels like a quality I haven't seen before. I don't know, I wonder, maybe, let's see. Let's just wait and see. Okay, those were J Blue Gold, J Red Gold, and J Green Gold. I'm very new to making these kinds of videos, so figuring it out as I go. I'm an actor. I do make a lot of audition tapes, but that's a totally different thing. If you use YouTube regularly, please let me know what editing program you use, and if there's like a graphic design program that you use to make your title cards, like Canva, or I'm not quite sure what else is out there. Yeah, please let me know where I can find some more information. Okay, I don't want these to dry, so. Yeah, once the acrylic gouache is dry, it's dry. Okay. I think maybe for these metallics I just didn't put enough on the palette. Or maybe this is just how they're formulated. Okay, that has been J Black Gold, J Blue Bronze, and J Copper. I wonder if they'll look different on camera. Probably put some music on in the background. Or how do you feel about just quiet in the back? I'm curious. Do you find it unsettling? Do you enjoy the silence? These are cool. I don't think I've seen a metallic paint texture quite like these ones. In this moment, they seem a little more translucent than other paint, but that's cool. It's unique. Okay, I'm gonna run back up top and see if I can get a light wash. back Mofu sand. I love Mofu sand. At first, I don't know, I didn't really get it. It's a cat who likes to dress up as other things. Things dressed up as other things feels very Japan to me, but after being there and seeing Mofu sand around more than he is in the States, I really became quite charmed by Mofu sand. And I get it. I get it. Cool. So we'll let this dry, and then I'll come back and we'll take another look at them after they've dried. But yeah, these are great. Okay, and there you have it, the Turner Acrylic Gouache Japanesque 21 color set, featuring J Red Purple, J Pale Pink, J Deep Beige, J Brown, J Burnt Umber, J Light Green, J Light Blue, J Blue, J Prussian Blue, J Pale Lilac, J Black Purple, J Blue Gold, J Red Gold, J Green Gold, J Black Gold, J Blue Bronze, J Copper, J Red Bronze, J Silver, and J Black Silver. I really enjoyed swatching these and getting to know them a little bit, and then also getting to know them in my other sketchbook in a very light, washy sort of way. And I thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed. I wonder how long this will be. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using these, and I will keep you updated on my thoughts about this paint set. Maybe you've become very sleepy watching this video, in which case, go ahead and fall asleep, and pleasant dreams. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you're still here, thank you so much. I decided to tack on at the end of this video how I have used these paints thus far. It's not a lot, but after swatching, I had this little sketch in my sketchbook of Kenninji Temple in Kyoto. This is a photo that I took on my travels, and I made a quick sketch of it in my sketchbook and wanted to start filling it in with the leftover paint on my swatching palette. So there's not a lot of paint left, so I'm using it just in very light layers, really as more of a wash. But I just sat here and worked on it until I had used all the paint from my palette. And for whatever reason, I wasn't happy with it after all the paint had dried up, so I wound up working on it a second time with leftover acrylic gouache from another brand, from another project. And I think I was more unhappy with it after that second sitting, so I did go back for a third with the Turner Japanesque paint again, and I was able to get it to a place where I like it okay. But I think I could have left it at the end of this session and liked it fine. I like that I, in order to use up the metallic paint, painted things that would not be metallic. And I really don't know what bothered me about it, but I kept going back and trying to make it right, and sometimes, you know, we overdo things. And that's just how it goes sometimes. But I'm learning, you know, when to step away. It's a process. But I sped everything up into time lapse so you can see how I worked on it. I think I didn't film the second sitting altogether because I was using a different paint. And after that session, I think I liked it even less than at this point. So I wound up going back a third time with Turner Japanesque, with this same paint, and also with Posca pen and colored pencils. So I really filled in most of it with paint and then went back over with the other media, and I got to a place where I like it fine. I also made this little sketch in another sketchbook just from my imagination. I do really like this paint. I enjoyed using it. I will continue to use it, and I will keep you updated on my discoveries. Thank you again for watching, especially if you made it to this point. I appreciate it very much, and please let me know what you would like to see from me. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you again in the next one. Thanks again.